the vaccine is being paid with taxpayer money, and for other people just to come and get the vaccine from other countries, I found that really unfair.
Upset over reports of foreign nationals getting vaccinated for COVID on U.S. soil. Good evening and thanks for joining us for Channel 5 News at 6. I'm Dina Herrera Garza.
And I'm Oscar Adame. One of our crews spoke with a Mexican national who was in line at a vaccination clinic in Cameron County. That led us to ask questions about the intake process at those clinics. Channel 5's Rudy Mirel is live at the Gateway International Bridge with more. Rudy?
Good evening, Oscar, Dina. So far, the Valley has received enough first doses of both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to get close to 9% of the Valley's 1.4 million residents their first shot. But recent reports of people just crossing the border to get in line has left some people, like schoolteacher Maria Johnson, frustrated with the process. Since schools reopened, with students and staff in and out with COVID-19, she's worried she'll bring the virus home to her 70-year-old husband, who suffers from an autoimmune disease.
We've been in lines all over the place, and when we get there, they tell us that they don't have no more vaccines.
The Johnsons grew more frustrated with the process when Maria's sister, who lives in Mexico, shared a news report. Mexican nationals chartering private jets to be first in line for a vaccine. But as we found out, people are also just driving across the border. Mexican national Ofelia Montemayor and her husband lined up at a Cameron County clinic when they heard the news.
Por la televisión.
Through TV and through WhatsApp, they were sending messages that there was vaccinations here. When we found out there would be another 1,000, we made the trip.
Hidalgo County, where Johnson lives, elected officials say they haven't heard those reports, but they also aren't checking citizenship.
If you look at the forms that are required to be filled out, there is nothing on there that asks if you're a U.S. citizen or not.
At the federal level, Senator John Cornyn says dual citizenship poses a unique problem along the nation's border. And while he says we need to be helpful to our southern neighbors,
I would start with Texans first and Americans first, but it's hard to begrudge people who can legally come across the border and who need the vaccine from getting it.
An answer that doesn't ease the worry or frustration for Johnson.
The vaccine is being paid with taxpayer money. My husband doesn't leave the house since March. And for other people just to come and get the vaccine from other countries, I found that really unfair.
Now, Commissioner Torres tells us right now there are no plans in Hidalgo County to check for citizenship status, but she says their health department would draw up those plans if it became a requirement from the state. We did reach out to Cameron County's health department as well as the state to see if there are any plans in the works at both those levels, and once we hear back from them, we'll pass that information along to you. Live in downtown Brownsville, Rudy Mireles, Channel 5 News at 6.